Catapulting Commissions family. What's up, team? Welcome back to this week's episode of the Catapulting Commissions podcast. I'm your host, Anthony Garcia. Family, if you are a new listener, welcome. If you've been with us for the past 4 years, we love you. And today we are going to bring some more high value to help enhance the overall growth of your sales process, enhance the growth of your small business, and hopefully leave you with some tips and wisdoms and motivation to drive more revenue. Let me tell you about my guest. Mike Larkin has been the founder of Local Partnerships Joint Market Solution for nearly or over 25 years. He recently earned and certified as a retargeting specialist. His goal for 2023 is to utilize video SEO, change the first page of Google with the patent pending proprietary system that he produces, renders and ranks our 60-second Hollywood style 5-star review commercials for clients. Google search first page. We're going to break that down because I will share with you my introduction to Mike. Me and Mike got introduced recently through some networking. And when I found out what Mike does, bottom line, I had to have him on the show because what Mike does, I haven't come across. And for the past 4 years, I've been interviewing entrepreneurs, sales leaders, thought leaders, and how to drive sales. And when I found something that is as valuable as it is today, you're going to want to make sure to tune in, listen in. Mike, welcome to the show, my friend.
Thanks for having me. Yeah, this is very exciting. This is one of the shows that I've been keeping my keen eye on, and I'm so psyched for the people that we're going to help on this, and I'm ready to rock from start to finish.
Well, I'm glad to have you here. 100% glad, Mike. Let's kind of jump things off here, right? So we have a group of small business owners that want to increase their sales. We have sales professionals that want to increase their sales. We've coined a term called salespreneurs, right? High performing sales professionals that are entrepreneurs that only make money when they drive revenue. Either they own a small business, they're a real estate agent, they're a 1099 sales rep. Like they have to drive sales to make business. You, my friend, you help businesses, how I would describe my understanding, really go from unknown to known, right? Like I always tell businesses, you don't want to be the best kept secret. So let's kind of kick this conversation off. Give us a little bit about Local Partnership Joint Market Solution, a little bit about the background you're in, and let's start this thing. You've worked with business owners for the past 25 years. What is it that most of these business owners want online? What is it that they want? What's the outcomes they want? And my personal ask is, how do we help clients not be the best kept secret?
Great question. Going through 25 years, you stumble and fall, and you stumble and fall, and you get up again. It's like Rocky. You won't go down. And every once in a while, you get Mickey on the side saying, "Stay down, stay down." But you get up again. And we were focused at the beginning on, this is wild. This is what companies need. Well, the difference between what you need and what you want is worlds apart. What they need is attention. And they got to be committed. That's the mindset. But they got to be somehow noticed. Differentiate yourself from the one that's down the street doing the same thing and charging the same price. What's different between you and them? And when we started this, we based it on, hey, this is what people need. And the market wasn't ready for that. But since then, and since COVID, people have gotten more accustomed to video. And the numbers ferreted out that we've got numbers of 87% of consumers, all consumers. Okay, that's a big number. But 87% will go online when they hear about a company they are interested in. That's pretty vague. But whether you hear a TV commercial or a radio ad, or read it in the paper, or a brochure at somebody's office, or you hear it from your best friend. Nowadays, they go online and they just kind of like, just as a recheck. Yeah, I'll look them up. Well, do those 87% go? Most of those 87%, and disagree with me if you want, but most of those 87% are going on to Google. Hell, Google's now a verb.
It is.
You know, so with that, we got into technology of taking one of those 5-star reviews they work so hard for and producing and rendering a 60-second highly converting video. And then the particulars, how did you do that? Or is the spokesperson alive wherever you send them? The technology behind it is it's no secret now, is they're standing in front of a green screen and they're doing their script. Hey, we just got another 5-star review. Well, that 87% or part thereof is going to Google and they're looking for 3 things. They're looking for a reputable company to do business with. They're going to the reviews. Or they're looking for, do you have my products or services that I'm looking for right now? Or finally, are you going to give me a good deal? So you got to think about it how you look up a company that you're interested in. If you're a small business owner and you're looking, okay, how do I differentiate myself? How do I get the people that are looking online and going to Google first? How do they see me as? And if you have a video right next to the maybe 10, maybe 100, maybe 1,000 reviews, you ask anybody, do you want to go through those reviews or just press play? 100% say they just want to press play. And it's all psychological. Hey, you're saving them time from going through a number of reviews. I'm not saying the video is going to sell you something. I'm saying the video is going to make them at least call you, at least engage with you. And then, therefore, I mean, I'm not going to answer your phone and sell you or sell them your stuff. It's up to you. But that's all kind of companies are asking for is, what can I do different? And I say, look, you never get a second chance to make a first impression. I think Andre Agassi said that back in the 80s. Oh, I'm showing my age. But it's true. And the first impression that most people get when they don't know, like, or trust you is that. You know, and Google's, when you say something on Google, it tends to add your authority, credibility, and trust. And if you've got a 5-star review that they're looking at for the first time getting introduced to you, okay, your trust level is going to be a little higher than the guy that you're shopping for that looks like everybody else.
Oh, man. So, one, Catapulting Commissions family, once you hear this here, Mike's talking about utilizing the power of video with your reviews on Google. And I will say this, Mike, you reference Google and leveraging these reviews. And we've talked about this on the show before, right? One of the psychological ways to influence someone to say yes is to share the opinion of others. Point blank. And we as humans right now, we look at and this came out to light nearly about 20 years ago, where the scientific community and all the psychologists were like, how do we influence people? And this phenomenon of the opinion of others started carrying weight. And you kind of time that to like the launch of the internet becoming what it is and the enhancement of reviews. I tell people all the time, for me to go to a restaurant, I look at Yelp. Like, I want to know what it does. For me to do business with somebody, you're absolutely right. I go to Google and I look to see what others say. So you're telling us here, if I utilize this video, now, is this video like a commercial for my business, or is this video just highlighting the reviews? And you mentioned them in this video. How does this video get? Yeah, I guess, how do people see this video over looking at the reviews? Does this like pop up on the top of the search engines? Like I'm still a little unclear on that component. Maybe you can help the Catapulting Commissions family get some clarity on that.
Sure. It's a couple of examples. Back a few years ago, we were working with Tiffany's in Tampa, and Tiffany's is the jewelry company. Nowadays, when you go onto Google, your Google is the same as my Google. It's no different. So when you go and you type in Tiffany's Tampa reviews, what's different about that page than any other page you're looking at? I mean, they're killing it because of that page. So that's good. A tool is a tool is a tool. If you're going to let it sit there, okay, it's not going to do nothing. I mean, it's going to fade away if you do nothing. So we changed the language from reputation marketing from reputation management. Everybody was talking about managing, 10 years ago, reputation management. When I was like, hey, it's reputation marketing. And they, no, Mike, you're wrong. It's reputation management. Well, you don't make any money managing anything. You make money marketing. So reputation marketing is marketing your 5-star reputation in order to get more business. And by these videos, we took that mindset and we made a 60-second commercial out of your 5-star review. For the small business owner, if you don't have any reviews, it takes 6 to 10 5-star reviews for people looking you up for you to be trusted. That's the power of Google. So if you have 5-star reviews, okay, but let it be known you need 6 to 10 in order for that person looking at that website, that Google website with your name on it, your company's name on it, to be trusted. Okay.
That trust factor, Mike, is just such a powerful tool that, I think some new businesses don't realize that power of the review. So hearing you say that, I'm glad you're sharing that with the Catapulting Commissions family.
Well, it's not common knowledge. It's like, if you've never seen this before, you're like, wow, this is totally new. Well, it's not new. It's been around for 2015. That's when it was introduced. But it's taken this long for the market to catch up and for activities to happen and history to happen okay, this makes sense now. And okay, what are the numbers behind it? So, we had to go back and do our case studies. We've got one from the University of California, Berkeley, and Yelp. Back in the day, they did a survey, and they discovered people that do this type of reputation marketing are increasing their business annually by 19%. So you got to look at what industry are you in? Are you in a local flower shop? 19% is good chunk of money year to year, but compare it to a car dealership that makes $1 million a month. 19% is a heck of a lot of money. So which industry are you looking to help here? What kind of industry are you involved with as a business owner? But is 19% good enough? And you know what? It's just one component of what you do in your marketing. This is just one tool. There's other tools out there, but this one tool is set it and forget it. What I advise and I counsel my clients on is take the URL, and I'll tell you how we do it. Billions of videos are uploaded to YouTube every single day worldwide, right? How many of those are showing up on the first page of Google for anything? So that's the tech.
Not many.
Yeah, that's the technology we have. Is I can do it in 20 minutes. So, but
Wait a minute. Time out. Time out. Hold on. We're gonna go back on that. Time. I gotta peel that back real quick. Catapulting Commissions family, you're listening to Mike Larkin right now. Mike is coming on the Catapulting Commission Show. He's the founder of the local partnership of Joint Market Solutions. He's been doing this for 25 years. Now, if you didn't hear that right now, go back and said,
Yeah.
Mike referenced that he can get your video on the first page within 20 minutes. I heard that. That was a buzzword for me. So, one, we had to pause right there because I want to ensure that we hear that clearly. So, if you're just listening in and if you're just tuning in, if you missed that, stop doing whatever you're doing. Pay attention because we're going to find out right now. Mike just said he's going to get your video on the top page of Google within 20 minutes, maybe 25. We'll give him some slack.
Okay.
How's that work, Mike?
Year 25. Okay. But the truth of the matter is that I tell my clients, look, give me 3 days. I'm not Google. Okay. But I'm giving YouTube and Google all it wants and needs to rank the video very quickly. And my record is in 3 minutes, I got a video to number 3 on the first page of Google. How do you get it to number 1 in jumbo size? It, like I told you before on the Tiffany's Tampa reviews, that's a jumbo size. It takes up half the screen. How do you get it there? You share it with your employees. You share it with your customers. You can do an email blast. Hey, we just got another 5-star review. Check out this video. And they share it with their friends, and it stays there, permanent. Because I'm not going to watch your video 600 times. That's on you. But if you do that, you're going to have a permanent place on Google for your company name.
Oh, man.
But Anthony, when I say, look, I need 3 days. But when I call them 2 hours from when we hang up, and I say, hey, go to Google and type this in, they go, holy shnikes. They're at number 5. I'm like, wow.
That is fascinating. Now, question here. In competitive markets, is this rate of success still possible? And and maybe I don't know the answer to this, and I'm hoping you do. But would this also, let's say I own a pool cleaning business and I'm in San Diego. Are we targeting these reviews to appear on the first page of Google for San Diego County? And or is somebody in Texas going to see me? Question 1. And question 2, let's say I'm in a super crowded area where there's tons of pools, maybe Miami, right? Where it's pools everywhere. Like, is it more challenging in competitive markets?
Well, the first thing we want to do is get it to the local market. What is your circumference around your brick and mortar, if you have one? But eventually, as time goes on, it like the guy in India on Google, American Google, he's looking up on Google India. I'm like, no, look it up on American Google and type in Tiffany Tampa reviews. He sees the same thing. But it doesn't happen automatically. And the formula is your business name, the city that you're working in, and the word reviews. That's the first place it'll rank. So you need to take that URL on Google and change it into a bit.ly. And then you can share it on your posts on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. And hey, check this out. We've just got another 5-star review video. Click it and it opens up on Google and they see your video right there. They go, wow, how'd you do that?
Wow.
Yeah. Mind blowing.
I apologize, Mike, because you're saying this, and I'm thinking, like, one, right? You and I chatted offline, right? We work with small business owners, helping them grow, and Catapulting Commissions family. I bring Mike on because to me it's a value add, like for me to share this with you. If you're a new listener, if you're one of my clients, like this is something. And Mike, I kind of alluded to some patent pending approaches here. This is game changing for me. And I have interviewed hundreds, if we do the YouTube videos, thousands of people over the years here. And this is something that I'm as excited to bring to you guys. I think this is something that can change and accelerate the growth of a small business to compete with the big boys. You know, I think of some of the business applications this falls into, right? Where if I launch my pool business, we'll just keep using pool business for the same analogy, and I'm a small independent person, I got my small route just getting started, but the conglomerate in town seems to be kicking my butt. But you know what? I was able to pick up my first 5-7 reviews. Here, I'm coming to play. I want every time someone looks for him, I want you to see me right next to him, on top of him. Like I'm not going to be the small fish. And if correct me if I'm wrong, Mike. I hope my expectations aren't wrong, but I feel like if I'm a smaller business, this is a tool to kind of put me on the same playing field with the big guys.
Yeah, and it goes back to how are you using it? How are you marketing that Google page? If you're marketing your website, don't do it. Market this, because that concludes the 87% that are looking at Google anyway. So you're telling them, don't go to my website, go to Google, and it satisfies their, are you an authority on what you say? Well, Google says yes. And then, are you credible? Well, Google says yes. And are you trustworthy? Well, Google says yes. And again, it's all psychological. And you're taking one of those, fans that are fanatic about you and actually wrote in Google, hey, you're the best thing since sliced bread. We're taking that and putting it into the video. And there's different things we can do with the video. But the video ranking on the first page of Google, that's the jackpot. That's what you want to market instead of your business as far as your website. They'll go and find your website based on this.
Oh man, Catapulting Commissions family, break this down. This is something that we have to you have to get. Like you have to take a look at it and say, hey, how can my business grow utilizing the most popular search platform in the universe of all time, right? And Mike said Google's a verb, and it just, if you're not playing in that space, man, it makes me nervous for you. It definitely makes me nervous. So, Mike, we got a few minutes here left on the show. Now it's clear that businesses have to find a way to get on the first page of Google, utilize video. Is there any other tools or tricks or things that business leaders and business owners should know that can help their business grow this year?
Well, before COVID, we used to audit websites or businesses about their online presence. In other words, we'll scrape the data off of Google, which is all public information. There's nothing secret here, but organize it in a kind of audit fashion where a decision maker or a leader can look at it and go, okay, what am I looking at here? Why did you give me a D- on my reputation? It breaks it down saying you're on Google, great. But there's other 25 different directories, and those are all, the directories are like yellow pages, right? That you're not on. And that's why you got the D-. Also, too, you might be on them, but you wrote the wrong address, or you wrote the wrong business name. Hey, I'm a local partnership joint local partnership joint market solutions. That's my name on Google, but I forgot to add the LLC on Yahoo. Well, it's not going to show. Things like that. The next thing is, are you uniform on your social media covers? Are you branding yourself on all social? So when I'm on Facebook and I send you a YouTube video, is that the same cover so I can identify you? Oh, yeah, I'm where I'm supposed to be, right? It's such a small thing, but hey, it's professional. How many people are you engaged with that follow you on Facebook, Instagram, and I believe we're following Twitter now. but it has an average of your what you're supposed to be doing and what you actually are doing. And then finally, your traffic. Are you retargeting? Do you have Google Analytics? So we're giving these away for free so you can kind of take a look at it and go, okay, as far as decisions making, as far as growth goes, we need to focus on this first. You don't have to eat the elephant all at one time, but incremental steps in improving those grades that Google gives you is going to make you stand out in the market.
You know, knowledge consumed without application, in my opinion, is the worst type of knowledge. Catapulting Commissions family. I mean, one, you've heard me say this before on the show. Mike has been in business 25 years. That's not an easy task. So, like, I have been an entrepreneur. First entrepreneur venture was almost 21 years ago. I just aged myself, and that lasted a couple of years, and I got my teeth kicked in, and background too, and spent some time in corporate. But I tell people this: we look at businesses online right now, and there's this wave on social media that says entrepreneurship is easy. Like, oh, just do this, put this funnel up, run this ad, and next you know, millions of dollars come running into your account. It doesn't work that way. It's a consistent pig-headed discipline, as a good friend of mine, Amanda Holmes, says, consistent pig-headed discipline on trying to improve, get a little bit better every day. So anytime you have the opportunity to come across an entrepreneur that's been doing what they're doing for an extended period of time, you take advantage of that. So when me and Mike got connected and I saw 25 years in a space that I know is challenging, that I know is difficult, I'm like, there's something to learn. And he just shared with you some valuable traits. So if you're going to look at your business and gain the insight and say, my business is a D, my business is a C, without wanting to take the steps to make it an A, business that isn't applied or knowledge that isn't applied is detrimental. So, Mike, how does somebody, we'll kind of end on this, how does somebody grade their business? Like, how do they get a hold of you? How do they find out the grade of their online business, I guess, I don't know, reputation or their online business footprint?
Well, it's funny. We initially talked about collaboration. I'm big on collaboration. My father, he spent 30 years on the fire department. We lost him in 1998, and he told me about having no regrets. Right? He taught me that. My mother, who's from Ireland, she taught me about communication. So those are the two lessons I merged into my business. And when I started kind of helping out the small guy, and helping them grow, I wanted to do it in a way that is not me telling them, I mean, who the heck is Mike Larkin? Whatever. But I wanted the data to come from Google. And so we developed that Google data report, as I call it, or it can be called a local analyzer. But they can, go to my website, local partnership, joint market solutions. That's a mouthful. But
we'll have that link in the show notes, family.
but the thing of it is that we're local, we're partners with people who collaborate with us. So that report is, we're going to brand our partners and give them all the credit. We're just going to fulfill, because you as an entrepreneur are doing other things, but we all hear no. Absolutely, you're going to hear it. And if you haven't, get ready.
You haven't asked enough people.
Yeah, exactly. Get ready. So that's another bite at the apple with your name on it. It's better than dropping off a business card, which you're going to lose in the junk anyway. So you're able to give them that report with your label, your logo, your number. When they're ready, they reach out to you, and we split the difference. I'm not a guy. Hey, I'm not a shark. Oh yeah, well, 21.5% of my business is no, half, because I would have never got the business without you. as far as partnerships go, and you're going to use that report to help out somebody that's not in the know to know their business a lot better through Google.
Oh man, guys, we're going to have links in the show notes here if you want to take a look at your business and get an understanding of what that grade looks like. Take advantage, jump on there, put your business in. I did it for my business. I met Mike a couple weeks ago, got pretty sick. Maybe you guys have heard some of those shows that my voice sounds horrible, but we're back to normal. And I was literally it for me doing what I'm doing, and some of this feedback came back. I'm like, oh, this isn't up to date. Oh, this isn't there. And it was really eye-opening. You can only improve what you measure. And sometimes our online reputation or our online footprint, it's not something that stays top of mind, but it does have a serious impact on your growth. So we'll have that link down in the show note if you want to get connected and take a look at your online footprint. Mike, my buddy, man, I appreciate you being on the show. I really do. I think this is such a valuable tool. I'd love to ask you on air. Can I get you back here in a year or two? I'd love to see what has been going on, what changes have been happening. How is business for you? And let's be honest, man, what works in 2023 may not work in 2024 or 25. And let's see what those trends look like. Can I get your commitment on that?
We're staying ahead of the curve. In other words,
yes.
The reputation marketing was the key word for us in 2015, and we were being interrupted by people saying, no, you're wrong. It's reputation marketing or management. It's management, Mike. No, it's not. But we stuck to our guns. So, but thank you so much for your time. And I'm glad to hear you're looking and feeling better than you were a week ago or 2 weeks ago.
I am. Yeah, it was about a week and a half ago, man. It was lingering. It was not fun. So appreciate that. Well, Catapulting Commissions family, this is the point of the show. You know what to do, man. Do me a favor, smash that like button. Be sure to subscribe. Go get connected with Mike. We'll have all his links down in the show notes. And if you are a business owner listening to the show and you haven't looked at your reputation management, go click that link. Find out what it is. Let me know your thoughts. Shoot me a DM. Are you where you're supposed to be? Are you not where you're supposed to be? This is such a valuable tool. Definitely take advantage of it. And as always, I love you guys, and I'll see all of you next week.